Dramatic turn of events, thunderclap from the side of Madagascar, a decision unexpected government. The people didn't expect this decision, but it was a desired decision, a desired decision. It is a decision unexpected event that hits France, which strikes the former Malagasy president. The France is overwhelmed. France understands the signals of those who are going to arrive. That cries at the Elysee. The Quadorer is in panic. Yes, we must say it. We must repeat it. Nothing is going well for the France on the side of Madagascar. The first act that was taken on a Malagasy citizen, a former President Malagasy, because France is involved in his case, this is a very strong sign of what the France will live on the Madagascar side. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a historic decision. The former president Malagasy, André Rajoelina, was declared, that is to say, he was disappointed with his Malagasy nationality because he has a other nationality French. The revolution on another level on the Madagascar side. And you know that those who engage the revolutions are often a little quiet, but those who come to follow the spirit of the revolutions are often very cracked and come with decisions unimaginable. The Sahel began the revolution, but the level with which Madagascar is arrived there, I'm panicking. Okay, the Elysee doesn't understand more what is happening. Ladies and gentlemen, in the context of this geopolitical conference dedicated to world news is about this news that we are going to talk about. Yes, you know the principle. Before continue, share this very good news at most. I'll explain. It was taken away from him Malagasy nationality. So if we are not careful, can't even return to Madagascar. That's clear. Share this good news, share it everywhere. All African countries may receive this beautiful information. Yes, the Sahel has shown the way. Madagascar comes to walk on the path that is with firepower. Emmanuel Macron can't believe it. But President Tchiani had said little Macron. It was he who opened the eyes of the Africans, and he is living it alive. Give a lot of likes, and if it is your first time stumbling upon my conference, subscribe. This will allow you to never miss the news again, the hottest of the moment. Let's go in the depths, ladies and gentlemen. This institutional earthquake, the loss of nationality of a leader of a former head of state. As a reminder, we all know how André Rajoelina has left power. It's the people who stood up. It wasn't a coup. It was the people who rose up against the same people that he had put there. He is the head of state, but he had become a naturalized French citizen. So he had French nationality since 2014. The authorities knew it. So the people asked for his departure. The army intervened. The people forced the army to take power, and the army has taken power. Comrade Michael took power himself. He even said at one point, I don't know not even who controls Madagascar. Finally, he was acclaimed by his friends. He took power. Afterwards, he appointed a prime minister. Well, then that people wanted to judge a little as if like that. But the first act strong that the prime minister has just to pose is a decree which withdraws Malagasy nationality from André Rajoelina, and the government was based on legal texts. Let's go deep. I don't see any shares. I want to see a lot of shares. I want to see lots of sharing. Africa is wake up, and when Africa wakes up, we should show the whole world that Africa is waking up. They did not take away his nationality. The market. Let's go. According to official information, the Malagasy government has officially withdrawn Malagasy nationality from former President André Rajoelina by a decree signed on October 24, 2025 by the Prime Minister Hist Salasalama. Rajoy Disclosure Madagascar. It's not easy to pronounce their name. It's not easy. You have to read at least 15 times to be able to pronounce better. Okay, I'll find an abbreviation. We'll say Herist Salama. There you go. Herist Salama. You are Herist. Understand what it is about him. So this prime minister took the decree today, October 24th. He was withdrawn his nationality. On what legal basis? The decree is based on Article 42 of the Malagasy Nationality Code. I asked people to explain to me why the Malagasy authorities, when they speak Malagasy, they say Malagasy, and we pronounce Malagasy. They themselves say Malagasy. Someone tried to answer me, but I was not convinced. I will see the answer. So Article 42 of the Code of Malagasy Nationality does not allow him to remain Malagasy. It was taken away from him and he is not the only one to remove it. You understand? Now, why the people were angry? But listen, you have the French nationality and then you are president on the Madagascar side. But you will favor your second nation. You then understand why it was exfiltrated when it started to heat up. Military aircraft French who came to exfiltrate him, but France came to save its sound citizen who was at the head of the Malagasy state. So therefore Article 42 of the Code of Nationality stipulates that any person having acquired another nationality loses automatically that of Madagascar. So, but since 2014, he is no longer Malagasy citizen himself who violates the Malagasy law himself. He became a naturalized French citizen and the law says he automatically loses Malagasy nationality. But since all this time he's been there, so we must say the key revelation, the text refers to naturalization French by Rajoelina in 2014, until now known but never sanctioned officially. Who will sanction? He was the president. He was the president. In such circumstances, citizens even concede, but they cannot do nothing. That's it. Except when maybe no one leaves power, or although there is a big movement insurrectional, as what happened pass. So it's a shame of shock national policy. The immediate reactions are in Rajolina's political camp, it's total silence. It's silence total. And on the side of opinion, it is the satisfaction. Following amazement and satisfaction. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a message clear that Madagascar has just sent to France. It is the affirmation of the Malagasy sovereignty and the rupture symbolic with ancient influences foreigners. I'm telling you, it's starting to heat up. We will continue to follow this news. Everything that will come from it will come back to talk about it.